The Adonis index ratio suggests that men that have shoulders about 60% wider than their waists are most attractive to women. A study from Cambridge University that included more than 700 women also confirmed that the shoulders were viewed as the most attractive male asset. This likely has something to do with the fact that having broader shoulders will give you more of a V-shaped appearance, which gives off the impression of strength, good health, and a lower body fat percentage. Women across multiple cultures repeatedly choose a ratio of 1 to 1.6 as the most attractive waist to shoulder ratio, regardless of whether you're wearing a tank top, a regular t-shirt, or no shirt at all. So today, I want to give you the 8 key steps you should take over the next 30 days to get bigger, wider shoulders. And I'll even include a full shoulder workout that you can download at the end. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you're hitting your shoulders at least twice per week. In my experience, the best split for this would combine shoulders, biceps, and triceps into one workout, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves into another workout, and chest and back into a third workout. By doing 3 days on and 1 day off, you can directly hit your shoulders twice a week every week. Training your shoulders more frequently than just once a week has been shown to lead to far superior and faster muscle growth because by the end of the week, you wind up with significantly more training volume. Essentially, you'll be doing more sets times reps times weight load over the course of each week, which is the perfect formula for faster muscle growth. The other thing that you're going to want to do is increase the weight that you lift for all of your shoulder exercises. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that over the course of the next 30 days. But this is so important because it's one of the most efficient and straightforward ways to progressively overload your shoulder workouts. Without progressive overload, your body has no real reason to build more muscle mass that's going to cost lots of energy to maintain. So to up your weight, you're simply going to stick between a rep range of 6 to 9 reps for all your shoulder exercises. Specifically, what I mean is that once you can do 9 reps on your first set of a shoulder exercise like military presses, and you can do that without failing, well, at that point, you're required to up the weight by a small increment to the next level. This new weight load that you select should be an amount that you're only able to do around 6 to 7 reps with. And then your goal from there is to work on increasing your rep count with that new weight back up to 9 reps. Once you could do that 9 reps of that slightly heavier weight load, you're going to repeat this process by moving up again. So essentially, every time you get to that upper limit of your rep range, up the weight enough to force yourself to drop back down to 6 or 7 reps. Even upping the weight by 2.5 pounds on each side of the bar can lead to massive gains, especially if you're using this strategy for every shoulder exercise. Next, when doing your sets, make sure that you hit true failure. Don't just stop at 6 or 7 reps because you hit your target with this heavier weight load. If you can squeeze out an 8th rep, even if it's a slight cheat rep, you shouldn't stop because your target was 6 to 7 reps. Most people never truly hit failure, so they never really put their muscles into an uncomfortable enough position where those muscles are forced to grow. Unlike many leg exercises like squats, where going to failure would create a high risk of injury, most shoulder exercises can be taken to failure with minimal risk of injury. And over the next 30 days, you should hit total failure on at least the last set of each of the shoulder exercises that you perform. That means if you're doing, let's say, 3 sets of military presses, followed by 3 sets of lateral raises, followed by 3 sets of face pulls, you're going to want to ensure that you hit failure on the 3rd and final set of each of those exercises. You'll know that you hit failure because you'll literally be unable to lift the weight for any more complete reps. So squeeze out those last 1 or 2 cheat reps and hit true full out failure. The next step is to make sure that the shoulder exercises you select primarily focus on your lateral and posterior shoulder heads. So like I already mentioned, you'll want to do 3 to 4 different shoulder exercises for 3 sets each before moving on to your biceps and triceps that you'll also be hitting on the same day. You want to focus on the middle and rear portions of your shoulders because your front shoulder head will already be getting plenty of stimulation from the bench and dumbbell presses that you'll be doing on your chest and back day. Other exercises, like even bicep curls, will also be more likely to stimulate the front head of your shoulders, while the other 2 heads remain mostly ineffective by these other exercises. Also, if you want your shoulders to appear wider, the lateral and the posterior heads will give you the most bang for your buck. So exercises like Arnold presses, bent arm lateral raises, regular lateral raises, behind the back cable raises, dumbbell reverse flies, and cable reverse flies are all excellent exercises that'll help you develop width. Select 3 or 4 of these exercises and plug them into your first shoulder day, then plug 3 or 4 different exercises into your second shoulder day, or you can just follow the workout that I'll go over in a bit. Now, it's very important that you also do the right things at home, because without the right nutrition, you can work as hard as you want at the gym. You're not going to be giving your body the raw materials it needs to build muscle when at rest. So one of the most important steps to make this work is to take in enough protein throughout the day. Ideally, if your number one goal is to experience muscle growth, you'll want to try your best to spread your protein intake out evenly throughout the day, which will require at least 3 to 4 separate meals. But let's say even if you're eating 2 meals a day, it's very important for you to be taking in at least 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight every single day, regardless. Without getting this adequate supply of protein, your body will not be able to maintain a positive protein turnover rate, making it very difficult to build more muscle unless you're an absolute beginner. And speaking of which, unless you're a beginner, you'll also have to maintain a calorie surplus to stimulate muscle growth. Once again, building muscle costs a lot of energy. So essentially, unless your body has an abundance of energy in the form of a calorie surplus, you're going to struggle to add muscle onto your shoulders. Luckily, after you meet your protein requirements of 0.7 grams per pound, the rest of your calories can be used on fats and carbs to hit that calorie surplus target. Now, even though you can fill those fat and carb macros with junk food, I don't recommend that you set up your plan that way as your default, because that junk food, for the most part, is going to make you feel like junk. Eating sweet potatoes, brown rice, or oats before your workout just might help you perform closer to your maximum potential than eating a bowl of Lucky Charms cereal before your workout. So do your best to eat a calorie surplus with real whole foods and meals that are made up of healthy protein, carbs, and fats. And also keep in mind that you don't need a huge surplus. Just 200 to 300 calories above maintenance should be enough for you to gain muscle while minimizing fat gain in the process. The next step is supplementation. As you're focusing on bulking up your shoulders, I recommend that you take creatine over the course of the next 30 days. Now, you absolutely don't have to, but creatine is one of those very few supplements that actually delivers on its promise of improved strength, athletic performance, and in turn, enhance muscle growth. Supplementing with creatine will most likely help you squeeze out 1 or 2 extra reps with a heavier weight load, which goes hand in hand with the goal of progressively overloading your shoulders by upping the weight load for all of your shoulder exercises over the course of the next month. Without getting too in depth with creatine, you can simply buy a regular cheap bottle of creatine monohydrate and take 5 grams or about 1 teaspoon of creatine per day. Preferably, you want to take it directly after your workout, as that's been shown to lead to the best results. Now, one last thing you can do during your workouts if you're more advanced is perform a high rep drop set on the last set of every exercise. So after you hit failure on your third set of every exercise, you're going to grab a lighter weight that you could perform for 12 to 20 reps, and then you're going to squeeze out as many reps as you can before hitting failure. If you're a beginner, you probably won't need this much volume for your shoulders, but someone that's more advanced can benefit from finishing off each exercise with a high rep drop set. So right now on your screen, you should see a sample of this 30-day wider shoulders workout plan. You can see each of the 3 exercises is paired with a drop set on the last set. You can add a 4th shoulder exercise if you'd like, but since you're still going to be working your biceps and triceps during the same day, I don't recommend doing much more for your shoulders. If you'd like to get the bicep and tricep 30-day workout, I'll link that video in the description as well. Now, if you just follow the steps that I just went over and you legitimately try your best to up your weight, hit failure, and follow through at home in the kitchen, I guarantee you will add a significant amount of mass on your shoulders and improve your arms' overall size. After those 30 days, the only thing left to do is to be consistent, swap out some exercises, and continue following this process of upping your weight and building muscle over time. So that about wraps it up. I really hope you guys try this workout for 30 days or longer, and if you do, please comment with your results below. If you've enjoyed this video and feel like you've gotten something new out of it, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to download the workout template. It's below in the description. Lastly, if you want any extra help and you want a done-for-you system that'll help you build up all the muscles in your body, including your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and your legs, then head on over to my website where you can get my entire lean muscle building system for free. You'll get a customized diet plan, a 6-week progressive workout plan, a recipe book, and a coach to guide you through the entire process and make adjustments whenever you need. To find out more, you can click the link in the description below, or you can head straight on over to my website at gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon.